Hello and welcome to another lesson from Simple-ESL, a simple way to learn English. And in today's lesson, we're going to be learning about punctuation. So capital letters, full stops, commas, question marks, and building a sentence using our previous lessons that we have been talking about ourselves to write paragraphs about friends, family, ourselves, and our interests. This is an A2 elementary level lesson, and there are lessons and worksheets available through the QR code and the link in the description on our Patreon page. But without further ado, let's get started with our lesson and let's talk about ourselves. So in today's lesson, we are going to write a paragraph about ourselves using correct punctuation. So the majority of this lesson will be talking about capital letters, full stops, commas, and question marks. I will also give you some tips on basic things you can talk about, basic details about yourselves. We've also touched on this in a lot of our previous lessons, especially around present simple tense. So why not go back and check the previous lessons in the A2 series, but we will touch on some of this in this lesson as well. As I say, punctuation basics. So capital letters, these are used in the first word in a sentence or for proper nouns. So a proper noun, this would be a name or a place. So a person's name, a country's name, country, a place, these have capital letters. What about at the end of the sentence though? At the end of the sentence, we use a full stop. These are used to mark the end of the sentence. These are very important so we know when the sentence has stopped. So we can see here, capital letter, my name, capital letter on John, as it's a proper noun. It's a person's name. And the full stop, see that there. My name is John. Capital letters on the first letter in the sentence and the proper noun, and a full stop to finish the sentence. Now, commas. We often use commas when we're listing things or there is additional information. So separate items in a list will be separated, split apart using a comma. So we have comma, I like reading, swimming, and painting. It is not necessary to have a comma if we're using and there's only two things. However, we can when there's three, it does work. So I like reading, swimming, and painting. What about if we're asking a question? If we're asking a question, we will use a question mark. At the end of any statement or question, we use a question mark, and this is how we can get more information. These can be yes/no questions, or as we practiced in our last lesson, WH questions. What is your favorite food? And a question mark at the end. This shows the person has to respond and give an answer to our question. Now, here's a rough guide about what you can include when you're writing about yourselves. I would like you as a homework task to go away and write a basic paragraph about yourselves. We can show some examples here. So I would like you to include name. My name is Will. Age. I am 34 years old. Hobbies. I like playing football, swimming, and watching films. Where you live. I live in London. This is a good example of how you can build this paragraph to talk about yourselves, and these are good starting points. Now, don't forget to use the correct punctuation. Capital letters on names, capital letters at the beginning of sentences. We want to have full stops, commas for lists, and if for some reason you use a question mark on questions. Here's another example. My name is Sarah. I am 25 years old. I like reading, cooking, and hiking. I live in London with my family. You can see here we have capital letters at the beginning of sentences. Names and places. London is a place. It's the capital. So we will put London. We have some listing. So we're going to use commas to do all our lists and full stops to end our sentences. This is very important as we need to break up our sentences and make it clear that the first statement, the second statement, the third statement, these have finished. My name is Sarah. I am 25 years old. I like reading, cooking, and hiking. I live in London with my family. This is a great example, and I would like you to practice and write your own paragraph. Now, if you'd like to have a little bit of practice, we can have a go here. You can also use the worksheets in the description and through the QR codes that will take you to our Patreon page where you can subscribe and access the worksheet. My name are Alice. Correct this statement. What is wrong with this? My name are Alice. That doesn't feel correct. From our lessons on present simple tense, my name are Alice. Alice is a name. Is it a question? Has the sentence finished? And what are we missing at the beginning? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My name is Alice. Capital letter for the beginning of the sentence. R should be is. My name is Alice. Capital A for Alice. It's a name. We need a capital. And a full stop, little dot to finish the sentence. My name is Alice. Let's take a look at this one. They live in Paris, France. They live in Paris, France. What needs to change in this sentence? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They live in Paris, capital letter, France, capital letter. Both places. They are proper nouns, they are places. We need to give them a capital letter. Also, it's a list. Paris, France. So let's add a comma. And end of the sentence, full stop. Really good work. Let's take a look at one more. I like running, swimming, and dancing. That feels really rushed. A comma might slow it down. I like running, swimming, and dancing. I like running, swimming, and dancing. What's missing? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, we already have capital letter on the first bit, so that is correct. I like running, swimming, and dancing. Now we can add a comma here. We can. It's not necessary when you have and, but we can add a comma. We also have the full stop there. Dancing. End of the sentence. Where do you live? Where do you live? What's missing? We're asking a question, so what do we need? We need a question. We need a question mark. Where do you live? And a capital letter on where. My favorite color is blue. My favorite color is blue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My favorite color is blue. Full stop, capital letter. That's a terribly drawn. Let's get rid of that. Capital letter. My favorite color is blue. So through this lesson, we have looked at capital letters, full stops, commas, and question marks. We've also learned how to write a short paragraph about yourselves or someone else. Now, part of the homework task, I'd like you to write 5 sentences about yourself using the following prompts. I would like you to use my name is, I am years old, I like, what's a hobby of yours? What do you like to do? I live in, where do you live? And my favorite food is, my favorite food is pizza. If you would like more help, more practice before you tackle this homework task, you can always scan the QR code below, which will take you to our Patreon page, and you can subscribe to access lessons and worksheets through our Patreon. Now, I'm going to leave you to tackle this and to talk about yourselves a little bit, or a family member and friend, and I will see you in the next lesson. Have a wonderful day.